Morning, sunshines. We got patio furniture yesterday, and I am so happy we did. The weather has just been so nice in the mornings, and I love to be outside whenever I can. And it's literally 60 degrees right now. But we are still pregnant. We are now 39 weeks and 3 days, I think. It's Thursday. So we're going to do a countdown to my due date and see if we go into labor. If we don't go into labor, I'm not really banking on it because it's my first baby, so I'm sure she will stay in there and roast as long as possible, which is okay. I may be uncomfortable, but as long as she's healthy, that's all that matters. I came out and did my Bible time this morning, made a coffee, packed my husband's lunch, sent him off to work like a big kid, and now I am enjoying some reading out in the wonderful weather. But I think I'm going to read just a little bit longer and finish my coffee, and then we need to go get our curb walking in. I've been trying to do it earlier in the morning while it's really nice and cool outside so that I'm not dripping sweat by the time I go inside because the rain made it so humid last week when we were doing that. But we're just going to spend some mornings together, maybe some evenings. Haven't decided. We'll see. But it's just been a good time, and we are waiting for our girl's arrival. So let's get into it together and spend some time together. Started reading First and Forever, which if you didn't see my last YouTube video, go watch it. I did a little bit of book shopping to go get a couple new releases, and I already finished Annabelle Monaghan's, which was Dolly All the Time. So cute. 4.5 stars for me. Really loved it. Binged it way too quickly, unfortunately. And this one is not long at all. Super quick read, so I wouldn't be surprised if I finish this today, if not tomorrow. But it's First and Forever by Lynn Painter, and I am liking it so far. I think it's just going to be a really cute, easy binge read. The one thing that's throwing me off is she's usually known for her more like YA books, and then she's kind of branched off into adult a little bit. I think it was Happily Never After was her first adult romance, and I didn't love that one, and also don't love the sprayed edges on this. Didn't realize that until I had already bought it, but oh well. The thing that's throwing me off a little bit is that it still kind of has the vibe of writing style that her YA ones had, but it has like cursing in it and F words and stuff. So that kind of throws me off a little bit. I just don't really expect it from her in particular. It's different too if I'm prepared for it. But 30 pages into this, I'll probably listen to the audiobook of it while I go do my curb walking and my stretches. And then I've been doing wrist weights, treadmill walking, because walking, we need to get this baby out, but I haven't really been lifting weights because it just doesn't like feel good anymore and my body needs to relax a little bit. So these next couple of weeks, I'm just getting as much walking in as possible, but I have just like 1.5 pound wrist weights that I'm adding in just to like give myself something when I'm holding my book or walking on the treadmill or something like that. So let's go do all of the pregnancy things to see if we go into labor. We're doing a pool day today, and this is our little fit check and cover up. We are doing belly out today so we can even out some tan lines, hopefully, but the UV is supposed to be a 10, so we're gonna go hopefully finish our book by the pool, but first I'm going to make some lunch real fast. wanted to go finish my book outside, but there was in fact a roach crawling down the wall of the porch, and therefore I retreated back inside because my husband's not here. But I just finished First and Forever by Lynn Painter. It was super cute. It was really bingeable. I would say like 3.5 stars. It's literally, what I like about her books is it's just like reading a rom-com. And honestly, this reminded me a lot of Sarah Adams, like The Cheat Sheet. If you like those books, it's just like fade to black moments, nothing crazy or anything like that. The one thing that just annoyed me was the cursing. I felt like there was a lot of unnecessary cursing in it for some reason. I don't know why that like irritated me so much in this one, but I really liked both of the main characters, and I loved the girl's family, like her brothers and her dad, and the dynamic that they had. So I think it was really cute. It also kind of seems like it's set up to be like interconnected series, maybe like maybe the brother and her friend could potentially have a book. There's not much in there, but there's kind of like a side note of it I noticed. So just curious to see what that's going to be. But another book down, and baby's still not here. Good morning, sunshines. There is yard work or maintenance work going on in the shopping center we live in, so hopefully it's not too loud with this microphone, but we are ice rolling. I am tired. I'm still pregnant. We're not quite 40 weeks. Today is Friday, so happy Friday. Happy weekend. But Monday is our due date, so we are still on the countdown. I am just in so much discomfort, to be honest with you, and I feel like it's better in the mornings because I'm up and doing stuff. I'm active and distracted, but then I get so tired and worn out by the end of the day that I'm like, I just need to sit and lay down, but then laying down and sitting is uncomfortable. So you really just can't win at this stage in pregnancy, but whatever. It is what it is. We're going to go sit outside while it's nice and cool out. So I just packed my husband's lunch. Let's make some coffee, and then we'll grab our Bible. I also just started reading Firefly Lane last night by Kristen Hanna, which I know I'm tardy to the party on that one, but I think I want to watch the Netflix series. And of course, you have to read the book first. If you know, you know. So I'm like 40 pages into it, and it's good right now. Definitely switch up from the other 2 books I've been reading, but her books are just so thick, and I feel like a lot of the time they don't need to be that thick is my only complaint with her. Like, I love her writing and her plots. I just feel like her books are so dense, and they don't need to be that dense. Like, I always feel like there's a good 75 to 100 pages that could have been cut out of them. So we'll see how that one goes, but let's make some coffee. morning, sunshines. Happy Saturday. We are back on the porch. If you can't tell, this is our new favorite spot every morning, at least until the baby comes. But we are still pregnant. We are not quite 40 weeks. We got one more day. One more day. We'll see if she's a 1 in a million baby that actually comes on her due date. That would probably be me, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see. But my husband yesterday was like, so when do you want to get induced? I was like, really don't want to be induced. He's like, so, but what's the threshold? Like, are you just going to go to 42 weeks if they let you? And I was like, we're not discussing this. So we're not speaking this into existence. She will not be in here for 42 weeks. We are going to say she's coming next week. That's what we're going to do. But anywho, we're still pregnant over here. It is a little bit warmer in the mornings. I don't know. It's probably just because I'm up a little bit later. It's like a little after 7, I think. But I basically wake up every 2 hours to pee. So I'm like, by the time I wake up, I just feel like I'm so disoriented. Like I don't know what time it is. Anywho, I didn't read a ton yesterday like I did the prior days because I ended up going to Marshall's with a friend, and then she came over and hung out for a little while, and then it was dinner time and my husband was home, so we watched a movie. So I'm on page 76, chapter 7 of Firefly Lane, and we are going to read our Bible first before we get back into this book. I am liking it. It's just like following two best friends, which I already knew is kind of what it did. Again, I'm just curious to see. I feel like Kristen Hanna can drag on a storyline for sure, so I'm just kind of hoping it doesn't lose its essence in that sense, because 75 pages in, I'm kind of like, where are we gonna go with this? But let's do some Bible time. We are still in Jeremiah, by the way, if you're wondering. Today we have Jeremiah chapters 27 and 28, it looks like. So let's get some reading done. Also, my face is so puffy. It's pregnancy, but also lack of sleep. So I need to go ice roll when I get a second, but I haven't done it yet today because I'm just like, I think still waking up. I don't know. I feel so disoriented in the mornings. I'm like, I know it's the usual time, or even, this is after the usual time. I am such a morning person. I'm usually up around like 5:30 every day, but because I am like waking up every couple of hours, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go back to sleep, and I don't really like have to be up for anything. It's not like I'm trying to like squeeze in a workout at 5:30 before going to work anymore right now. It was just really, it throws off my schedule because I'm just not used to this. But this is probably gonna be our new norm for a little bit, because you basically have to feed every couple of, I think it's 2 to 3 hours, but 2 hours when the baby's born anyway. So I'm like, it's probably gonna be the new norm for a little while, at least until she's not feeding every 2 hours. We'll see how all of that goes. But I really want to make coffee. However, my husband is still sleeping on Saturdays. We usually go get coffee in the mornings, and I don't want to have 2 coffees. So I think I'm going to hold out a little bit longer. I really want to go to Stello. If you're in the Atlanta area, Stello just opened in Chamblee a few weeks ago. It is phenomenal. I don't know what they do to their coffee, but or maybe it's the almond milk that I get that makes the biggest difference. My husband said the same thing. His coffee was really good. So I really want to go there. Usually we try a new place, but I will say we don't have that many coffee shops around us in particular. I feel like Atlanta has a ton, but we're not in the heart of Atlanta anymore. We're kind of like more towards the perimeter now, and so we don't have as many around us. We have one in the shopping center, but I don't really like it very much. But Chamblee's not far from us, so Chamblee doesn't have a ton of options, but they have a couple. So that's a missed business opportunity there. They need some more coffee shops, although I think other people would argue that the world does not need more coffee shops. So let's read for a little bit, and maybe if he wakes up, we'll go grab a coffee. Late for church. Oops.
Worship pastors will lead us in a call to worship, and I would encourage
All of his ways are justice, the God of faithfulness.
Donut, donut, donut. So excited. What did you get?
The Oreo one.
And I got the maple. You got this one.
Fat donut.
It is a fat donut. Is it good?
Yum.
We have a guest on our curb walking.